Hi, welcome to Channel 5. My name is St. Mary, and we have a very important topic to talk about. We're going to talk about how food waste is a problem today. Our special guest is Brady and he's a scientist at Harvard, and he's going to talk about this topic. Over to you, Brady.
Thanks, Tim. The topic of food waste is super important. I will give you some facts about this right now. Did you know that a normal household in the U.S. wastes 76 billion pounds of food a year? Tim, isn't this awful?
Just think of all the starving people that we could feed.
The sad thing is that 33 to 50% of the food made in the world is never eaten. According to the New York Times, in the U.S., this is 60 metric tons of food wasted each year.
People in the world are so wasteful.
I know. That's why this is such a problem. Today, the world is currently making 17% more food than it did in the 1980s. The food that is wasted each year would fill an area larger than China. Food production takes up 50% of our land in the U.S.
This is such a waste of our land that could be used for something useful.
Food waste is bad for the air too. Food that goes bad releases methane gases into the air. 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions comes from food waste.
Brady, what about our economy?
An average American family of four spends between $1,352 to $2,275 worth of food each year. In the U.S., 1.3% of the GDP is food waste. Altogether, the world wastes $1 trillion in food each year. 15.7% of the United States of America's energy budget is taken up by food production.
Think of what we could do with all that money.
Another interesting piece of information about food waste is 125 to 165 billion pounds of food that is thrown out each year could be eaten.
Is any country in the world going to do something to help?
Yes, the U.S. would like to reduce food waste by 50% by 2030. Even if the U.S. reduced food waste by 15%, that could give more than 20 million people food. If we just reduce our food waste by 30%, that could feed 50 million hungry people. This is important because 36% of people in the world die from lack of food each year.
Brady, thank you for all the interesting information on food waste across the world. Maybe after hearing about this, people would want to do something about it.